In this video, I'm going to find limits of rational functions. However, this rational function is kind of like a special type of rational function, which is kind of finding the limit of an average. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So the given function is f of x is equal to x square minus x square plus 2x, and we want to find the limit h approaches 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. That's kind of the expression right here is kind of like an average. That's how I look at it. All right, so what happens to this value or this rational expression as h approaches 0? Now, let's go ahead and find f of x plus h first. F of x plus h. So remember, f of x, this f of x tells you that if you give x as an input, it's going to take the input, the function is going to take the input, square it, and then multiply the input by 2, and then add the results. Now, if you replace x by x plus h, it would still do the same thing. What it would do is going to replace x by x plus h. So every time it says x, now it's going to be replacing x by x plus h. Instead of having x squared, we are going to have x plus h squared, plus 2 times x. Instead of x, we are going to have x plus h. So this is an important piece of information to keep in mind. Many times students kind of forget about it or are not clear about it. So make sure that you understand the logic behind it. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this value and plug it into this and just simplify to see what the limit comes out to be. So limit h approaches 0. So instead of f of x plus h, I'm going to put x plus h whole square plus 2x plus h. But I'm going to go one step further and simplify this. This is x plus h whole square. If you multiply it out, you're going to get x square plus 2xh plus h square. Then 2 times x is 2x, right? And then 2 times h is 2h. That's just the first part, minus f of x. Now, again, another source of mistake I see students making is that they're going to write x square minus x square plus 2x. That is incorrect. You want to distribute this negative to the entire function. So you have to put a parenthesis around it, and then you divide the whole result by h. Now, if I were to simplify it, what do I get? I get the following expression. So in this expression, some of the terms are going to cancel. You see negative x square, positive x square are going to cancel. Then negative 2x, positive 2x are going to cancel. Then you're going to be left with limit h approaches 0. So I'm going to have 2xh plus h square, then plus 2h, and that's it. All of it divided by h, which I, by the way, could simplify even further. I could go ahead and rewrite it as limit h approaches 0. From the numerator, I could easily factor out h. If I do, I get 2x, because 2xh, if I factor out h, I get 2x, plus from 2h, if I factor out h, I get 2. From h square, if I factor out h, I'm left with h. Then all of it divided by h. Now note that this h and this h are going to cancel each other out. That will leave you behind with limit h approaches 0, 2x plus 2 plus h. Now, if you look at the expression inside the parentheses, it has 2x and 2 and h. But 2x and 2, they do not depend on h, okay? Only h depends on it. If h goes to 0, obviously this part is going to go to 0, and you're going to be left with 2x plus 2, and that's it. So if you take the limit of this f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, as h approaches 0, what you get is 2x plus 2. And this is an idea you may want to keep in mind, by the way. This is not just something I made up. It is something coming up. This is called a derivative, or how a function changes when you change its input or independent variable. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.